Welcome back, wrestling fans. We're going way back in the vaults with this old match here, and it's the farmer Billy Hills and his partner Zach Sawyer in a tag team match against the man known as Tony Flood and the hired assassin Matt Allwardt. Tony Flood's the guy in the pink trunks that we just seen do the flip in the ring, and now he's over there fucking with Zach Sawyer while Zach Sawyer's getting checked for foreign objects, and Zach Sawyer has got the brown trunks on. The referee's checking these boys out. He's making sure they ain't got no nunchucks. Now, the guy in the background over there, his name's Matt. Matt's not normally Tony's tag team partner. He's a hired assassin, and he'll do any kind of bidding, any kind of task, any kind of dirty work that you need done. Tony's normal partner is a dude named Jason Duvall, but he couldn't be at this match tonight because he had to go deliver pizzas for Pizza Hut in this local town here called Chester. Now, Zach and Billy are over in the corner. They're loosening up. The other guys are loosening up. They're trying to decide who's going to start this match out. Zach Sawyer's telling Matt to kiss his ass, and Matt's just like, you wait, motherfucker, I'll beat the shit out of you. Now, the two guys that started the match off is Tony and Zach's trying to hype the crowd up. He's trying to get them to rally behind him because he's the fan favorite in this match. Him and Billy Hills are local favorites. They work at the auto parts store here in town. They're doing the boot scoot and boogie, it looks like right here. And you see this guy on the left-hand side of the ring here, the big, tall motherfucker. His name is Big Dennis. Now, Big Dennis, there ain't too much to tell you about him other than he's big. His name's Dennis. All right, we're getting some action underway. They're trying to get the YMCA chant going. I don't know why. Maybe they're Village People fans. They wish that there was a guy in brown trunks in the Village People and a farmer guy, but there's no farmer guy. There's no fucking guy in brown trunks. They're just trying to do the YMCA chant. They're trying to get the crowd hyped, trying to get the crowd to do the YMCA chant. The referee's giving fucking Zach a 5. Tony's like, the YMCA chant's fucking stupid. And Zach's like, I bet you I can make you do it. He's like, fuck you, let's do a test of strength. I'll do a test of strength right now. He's like, YMC, hey, gotcha, motherfucker. I got the YMCA chant in on you, and you didn't even want to do it. And now Tony's all pissed off because he made him do the YMCA chant. He went to go talk to his tag team partner, the hired assassin, and the hired assassin said, hey, you fucking retard, why'd you let him do the YMCA chant to you? And he's like, I wasn't trying to let him do the YMCA chant to me, dickhead. I was trying to do a fucking pinochle match with him, and he overpowered me and did the YMCA chant with my arms, and I didn't want to do it. Now, the two men are back underway. They've got a collar and elbow tie up here. They're fighting for a dominant position. Tony Flood with the fucking arm bender, and Zach Sawyer rolls out of it. He gets an arm bender of his own, drops Tony down to one knee. Tony's trying to get loose out of this move, but he does another arm bender and flips him over onto his back. Now he's got the fucking fingers. He's bending them apart. He's like, you're not beating your meat this week, motherfucker. I'm going to break your goddamn fingers, and then you're not going to beat your meat with your left hand. You're going to have to fucking solely rely on your right hand. And fucking Tony Flood says, I won't have to beat my meat with my left hand or my right hand because I'm going to be fucking your mom later tonight, and there's nothing you're going to do about it. As Tony Flood breaks the hold, he gets loose. Now, he's got a fucking arm bender on him, and he's going to try to break Zach's fingers for that shit he just tried to him a few minutes ago. He backs the man into the corner. He gives him an Irish whip over to the other corner. He gives a little tip up, and Zach Sawyer dodges the move. He gives him an arm drag takedown, and now he's going to try to bend his arm backwards and see if he can break it. The referee in this match is a man known as Stressed Out Dave. Stressed Out Dave isn't a very good referee, but you take what you can get when you're wrestling in the fucking Eagles Club in Chester, Illinois. Now, Zach, oh shit, he broke his fucking fingers for real. That's what he gets for talking shit. That was his right hand. His right hand is his dominant meat beating hand, and he goes over to the corner, and Matt's like, you fucking puss, why don't you do something to him? If I was in there, I'd have fucking finished him off right now. And Tony's like, man, fuck this motherfucker. Now, Big Dennis is over here. He's like, you want me to take care of him, boss? I can take care of him for you. And he's like, Big Dennis, you settle down. You got your outfit all fucked up. You're supposed to have the trunks on the inside of it. And he goes over to Big Dennis and he shows Big Dennis his fingers. But Big Dennis is not a doctor. He's not a medical trained physician. And as a matter of fact, he clearly doesn't know what the fuck he's doing because he's got his fucking singlet on over the top of his regular clothes. You're supposed to take your regular clothes off when you got your singlet on, but that's enough about Big Dennis. We're going to get back to the wrestling action here as we see Zach Sawyer tried to bend his arm, and Tony punched him in the fucking face with that because he wasn't fucking letting that shit slide. Now, Zach Sawyer shoves Tony into the fucking ropes. Tony gives him a shoulder block, hits the ropes again, does a somersault rollover, and now he fucking whips Zach into the ropes. Zach fucking flips over, gives him a scissors fucking stunner move that he invented just now. He might not have invented it. Probably some Japanese guy invented it. But fucking it worked out for his cause right here. And he goes for the pin. And fucking that guy, I can't remember his name. He didn't give him the pin. And fucking Tony backs in the ropes. And he says, all right, time to do what I paid you for, fucking Matt. Go over in there and fuck this guy up. And Matt's like, I'm gonna fuck this little punk up like a fucking soup sandwich. And fucking Zach Sawyer don't want no part of fucking Matt, so he tagged into his partner, Billy Hills. And Billy Hills backs Matt back into the corner, and that's no easy feat because these are a couple big motherfuckers right here. They're fighting for dominance, and the referee's trying to get him to break it up right here, trying to get a clean wrestling match out of these two boys. And Matt's pissed. He's fucking complaining at the referee. He's like, hey, dickhead, he was pulling my fucking hair. And the referee said, well, sometimes when you fight people, you pull each other's hair. And that was a good distraction right there because Billy Hills was able to kick Matt Allwardt in the fucking stomach. And now he's backing him in the corner, hitting him with a big fucking headbutt here. He goes back. Matt reverses the situation with a kick to Billy's fucking corduroy fucking overalls. And now he's got Billy in the corner. He Irish whips him. Billy reverses it. Matt comes back. A big back body drop by the farmer Billy Hills. And Matt Allsworth was not expecting that. He thought this match was going to be a walk in the park. He thought he was going to beat the shit out of a couple ass wipes down in Chester, Illinois. And Chester, Illinois, guys from Chester down there, they don't fuck around. And Zach's back in the ring after Matt's been softened up sufficiently by Billy, and he goes for a fucking knee drop and a pin. But that's not enough to put this man away, because this man has green trunks on, and he's fucking telling Billy, get your boot up there, I'm going to ram his face into it. And that didn't make much sense. The turnbuckle was probably harder than fucking Billy's fucking Adidas wrestling shoes, but sometimes you take what you can get when you're watching wrestling, and they give him a double Irish whip, double elbow. These two men work very cohesively as a tag team, and the fucking referee goes for the 1, 2, not enough to put him away. Billy's pulling Matt back up to his feet. He's going to try to pull him up, and Matt reverses the situation by headbutting him in the dick, and then he fucking throws him out of the ring to some asswipe over there in a fucking green and gray fucking striped shirt. I don't know who he is. Fucking Matt comes over and elbows fucking Zach in the face. Zach falls out on the floor. Zach's mad about it, but he didn't get a fucking clean tag, so he has to stay out there. And if you look in the background, you can see Big Dennis and that little peckerhead in a green shirt, and they're over there beating the shit out of fucking Billy Hills while the referee's back is turned. They're taking advantage of the situation. That's a very common wrestling tactic in this kind of wrestling. I think he was choking him with a Canadian flag. I couldn't see exactly. And now that the referee's looking at him, Dennis tries to sneak off and hide his Canadian flag behind his back as Zach pulls fucking Billy back into the ring, gives him a high knee lift, or just as most people would call it, a knee to the face. He tags Tony in, thinking that Billy's been sufficiently softened up for the rest of the match. Tony immediately goes for a pin. Instead of trying to do a couple moves to him, he thinks that Matt's going to do all the work and he's going to sneak in there for an easy pin, get a clean victory, and that's not how it's going to happen because Billy Hills ain't having that shit. And Tony hits Billy with a clean right fist right to the face, and it didn't stop the man. It seems to have just pissed him off and enraged him a little bit. Tony offers up his left hand in a sign of friendship, and it was just a distraction so he could punch Billy with the other hand, and now he's punched him with his other hand, and Billy's down on his knees. Billy's trying to get psyched up. He's trying to get pumped so he can whip Tony's ass because he don't like fucking Tony. And he fucking blocks the punch and hits him with a fucking elbow. And it fucked Tony up real good. He's all dizzy now. His head's fucking weaving around. It's bobbing around. He's totally discombobulated. The match seems to have reversed instantly the second that Tony got in the ring. I don't know why. Billy's that much tougher than Tony. He whips him into the corner. He tries to do a tip up, but there was nobody home. And oh, here he comes. Now it's time for a tip up. And Billy missed him, and he fucking reversed it. He elbowed him in the face. He fixed his hair and does a little bit of showboating. Because when you get a chance, you got to do the showboating to piss off the fans and as well as the fucking guy you're wrestling. He hits him in the face again. He fucking comes back around, and now he's getting him with a big European uppercut. And he knew that European uppercut was a good solid one, and that Billy Hills totally felt it. He fucking pulls the man out of the corner, and now he goes for a standing vertical suplex. And Billy Hills is a little bit too heavy for Tony Flood to be hitting with a vertical suplex. However, Tony Flood is not too little, and Billy Hills hits him with a gigantic vertical suplex, smashes the bottom of his back, the lower back region, and Tony Flood felt that one 100%. The referee's trying to count the two men down. I don't know why. As we see the two men trying to fight back to their feet, trying to get back to their corner, trying to make the hot tag so they can get the other guys, and they both make the tag at the same time, and Zach Sawyer's in the ring. He gives fucking Matt a double axe chop. He gives him another double axe chop, and then he grabs the man, Irish whips him into the rope, hits him with a fucking flying clothesline type maneuver, and he goes for the pin right here. The referee gives him 1, 2, not enough to put the hired assassin Matt away. Matt came here to do a job. He came to put these two boys away. But Zach has other plans as he backs him into the corner. Irish whips him across the ring. Now he gets a full head of steam, and Matt reversed the situation by kicking Zach in the face. Matt's getting his wits about him now. He's getting pissed off that this little peckerhead would try that shit to him. He's working himself up. He's going to sucker punch him. The second he gets back on his feet, he goes for the sucker punch. It was a clothesline instead, but it was good enough. It got the job done. This dickhead in the fucking gray and blue shirt needs to get the fuck up out of the way. A big standing vertical suplex. Lots of impact on that move. And that kind of move is the move you do right there if you're a paid assassin and you're trying to put people out of the match. He does a falling fist drop right to the face of Zach Sawyer. He tags in Tony Flood. They both got the legs. They're stretching this man out, and they give this man the move that's called the dick stretcher. It'll stretch your dick out sideways and you'll enlarge your pee hole, and you'll be spraying all over the place when you go to take a piss next time. And Tony goes for a quick pin or not, dick stretcher or not. Zach wasn't going to go down that easy. Zach fought his way out of it. Tony pulled him back to his feet. He gives him a Wahoo McDaniel style chop, followed up by a punch that Tony ducked. He bounces the man off the top ropes, gives him a backbreaker down on his lower back. That move definitely hurt. Tony did do something damaging to this man, and he goes for a pin right away. That's the problem with Tony. He's always looking for that pin. He never wants to put the work in. He wants to get a couple moves in or no moves at all and get a pin when he needs to soften his opponent up a little bit more before he goes to the pin. He comes back around to the man. He grabs him by his hair, and he gives him, boom, a big old crossface punch. The crossface punch is something you do to somebody when you're trying to squish their nose over under their eye socket and pop the bone up out of their orbital socket. And Zach fights his way back to his feet. He hits Tony with a punch, hits him with another forearm, and he comes back. He goes up for a tip-up. Tony reverses it. Tony gets a hold of him. Boom! Slams him on the top turnbuckle in the back corner of the ring. Big Dennis is excited. Matt reaches in, grabs a handful of hair, pulls his head back, chokes the shit out of him. Big Dennis is over there with that Canadian flag, giving him a little chokeroo with it, and he pulls the Canadian flag down. Tony tags Matt in. Now Matt's going to go ahead and finish this man off. Zach has no business being in the ring with Matt because Matt's got yellow boots on for this match, and the yellow ones are meaning that he's going to kick the piss out of his opponent. As Zach fights his way out of the corner, Matt's got him by the trunks, and he takes him and spins him back around, chokes him on the middle rope, and the referee tells him that you can't choke him with the middle rope. And Matt's like, I wasn't choking him, bro. I wasn't going to choke him. I wasn't going to do nothing. And Matt hits the ropes, comes back, and Zach moves out of the way. Matt got a full head of steam. He came back at him, tried to knee him in the back of the head. He hit the middle ropes, it slingshotted him backwards, and that was enough to fuck Matt up for a minute. Now Tony Flood is holding on to Zach's boot. He's trying to keep Zach from making it back over to his corner to make the pin to the fresh man in the match, Billy Hills. Zach's fighting to his feet. Matt's fighting to his feet. The two men are doing their best to get up. Zach comes at Matt, and boom! Matt with a big old fucking spine buster, putting the spine on the pine, Arn Anderson style, goes for the pin. 1, 2, not enough to get the job done. Matt decides for a little bit of showboating because he knows that move just fucked that boy up. And he said, I won the match. And the referee said, no, you didn't. You only got a 2 count. And he said, hey, dickhead, get in the ring and help me out here. Help me with this little piece of shit. And Tony's like, glad to, buddy. And Matt's like, you ain't my buddy. You hired me. I'm a paid assassin, and you're Tony Flood. The two men, boom, now they're working as a tag team. That's something we haven't seen this far in the match between these two guys. Matt and Tony in the far end of the ring working something out as it looks like Matt Irish whips Tony into the turnbuckle. Zach moves out of the way. He comes back at him. The two men collide and are stunned. And then Zach slams Tony's face right into Matt's dick. And that's not only degrading, it also hurts. Now, this is Zach's moment. This is Zach's chance to fight his way back, to get the hot tag to Billy Hills, to try to save the day. He does a somersault. That was totally unneeded, but I liked it anyway. And now, Big Billy's in the ring, and Big Billy's going to beat the shit out of Tony because these two aren't even friends in real life backstage. He flips him off, gives him an elbow, and that was all she wrote. A big bionic elbow, Dusty Rhodes style. Matt said, fuck this. This guy's an asswipe. He just fucking ran his head right into my dick. I'm out of here. And Matt just left Tony high and dry, and now Tony's being forced to fend for himself. Big Dennis is going, where you going, Matt? I thought we were friends. And Matt said, we ain't friends, motherfucker. You're half a retard. Now, Billy made the tag over to Zach Sawyer. It's a 2-on-1 situation, and they're putting the man up for the Doomsday Device. A very cool move that the fucking Road Warriors made up. And, oh, who's this? Chooch Duvall. Jason Duvall made his way to the ring. He came to help his friend in the last minute of the match, his tag team partner, Tony's real tag team partner. not the substitute tag team partner. It looks like he finished his shift at Pizza Hut just in the nick of time to come and save the match by distracting the referee. And then, boom, there you have it. Tony Flood does a super dope move, the Croatian skull buster on the mat for the 1-2-3 on Zach. Big Dennis is excited as fuck. He's got the Canadian flag. Even though he's not from Canada, he's actually from Rockwood down there by Chester, which is totally non-essential to this match for you guys to know. But Big Dennis is excited about it. He's putting the flag on his friend Tony outside the ring, and the two men are victorious. And the 10 million screaming fans in the audience don't know what they were just witness to. They saw the big return of Jason Chuchtaval to the wrestling circuit and the return to come help his friend Tony Flood in his hour of need when he needed him. The two men hug it out. Tony Flood is victorious, and Tony and Jason have been reunited.